So there's a cool website called Tier Maker. I'm gonna check it out. Use it to rank the 24 Marvel films in the MCU. The rules are I'm gonna do these really fast. I actually don't even need to be on the screen for this. You know my voice, you know me. Let's maybe zoom in a little bit. There we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6 are my numbers. I'll do it quickly. I told you I'll do it quickly. So the Avengers movie, that was a 10. Actually, you know what? Anything that says Avengers is automatically a 10 here on ChillMonger. We'll get to the actual order. I guess that one was better. That was the Endgame, wasn't it? Let's see here. Original Avengers, put it up there. Better than Ultron, though. And there we go. Endgame was better than Infinity War, which was better than. Then we got the regular Avengers, and then the Age of Ultron movie was the worst Avengers film. Do I give it a 9? Yeah, I'll give Age of Ultron a 9. The Black Panther movie, I want to give it a 10 really badly, but there were some flaws with the CGI stuff. Wasn't wowing me. No fascinating, crazy ass fights. So we're gonna leave it there. What's this? That Falcon Winter Soldier? Ooh, I didn't know that it had series. The Winter Soldier movie was a great 10. Same with Civil War. Civil War was even better than that first Avengers movie. That's a 10. The Guardians movie, the first one was a 9. Let's see. Thor. Man, Thor was great, wasn't it? Thor was a 9. The first Thor movie? No, let's give it an 8. Because the ending fight wasn't really much of a fight. I loved Ant-Man. I'm going to give Ant-Man a 9. It's tricky. I said I'd be quick, right? My heart says to give it a 9. We're going to go give it a 9. No, we're going to give it an 8. Captain America, the regular first one, yeah, it was good. Let's say 9. It was very good. The Ant-Man and the Wasp movie was great too. That's an 8. The Captain Marvel movie, I'll give also an 8 because I don't hate women. Let me put that camera back on me for a second. Captain Marvel was an exceptional film about a woman who was abducted by aliens and told something for the last 5 years, didn't even know her name, got to C-53, realized it was Earth, slowly started to remember things, and finally freed herself when she took that thing that was controlling her, and then became herself, became Carol Danvers. Everything before that, she was brainwashed, and because of that, any criticism towards the characters taking the thing out. What happens when I do this? That's when Carol Danvers is born, and that's the great character we see from there all the way into Endgame, where she's just gonna whoop Thanos' ass. That was her objective. She saves Tony Stark from the space. She shows up in the nick of time to help fix everyone's problem. Captain Rogers is like, Carol, we could use an assist here. And yeah, she assisted. She was whooping Thanos' ass. She was absorbing the Infinity Stones from that gauntlet, going toes with Thanos. If he hadn't took the Power Stone and knocked her all the way out, then he would have been fine. She is a great hero who we got in the MCU, and her movie was not poor because of a scene where a guy says, you know why they call the cockpit a cockpit? That doesn't ruin a movie because it's an insignificant character for a short period of time. It does not really affect anything in the in the grand scheme of things. Back to the tier list. Let's continue with Spider-Man Homecoming. Was that Far From Home? Well, I wouldn't even know which Spider-Man film is better. I'm going to put it in 8 territory because that final act when Spider-Man caught Mysterio in his little deception because his spider sense was tingling, that was good. But Homecoming was better. But they're both kind of in the same tier. The Iron Man movie was awesome. Was it a 10 though? No, it wasn't a 10. But if I'm going to give it a 9, I'm going to keep it all the way here. No, not as good as Ultron. Why is Ultron a 9? We're giving Ultron a 10. What am I thinking? The Black Panther movie, I want to give a 10. It's a 10 in my heart, but I can't do it because it had some problems with budget and some problems of mainly budget production. The fighting wasn't spectacular. This is Thor the Dark World. This is the worst Marvel movie. Now, I'm going to do something I've never done before. I'm going to give a Marvel movie a 7. I've always maintained that every Marvel movie was good and every Marvel movie is an 8. But if I do this list and they're all at 8, it's like I lose a little bit of credibility. And also, I might need to see Thor: The Dark World again. Maybe I'll change my mind and make it an 8. But since it is my like least favorite of the Marvel films, we're gonna dip down into 7 territory, just for that one. Ooh, the next movie that we got is gonna be the Black Widow movie, which was brand new. Good writing. Nothing in here was sloppy. Everything fit. It's not its fault. It's not the movie's fault that we knew Natasha was going to be dead, and it took place in the year 2016. So for that, I would have to give it an 8. A lot of the fighting stuff was awesome. The best part of this movie was when she was kind of skydiving, falling out of the sky, and I wish I hadn't seen that in the trailer. And that's not the movie's fault. We're giving that Black Widow movie an 8. Iron Man 2 is another one that's an 8. I love Justin Hammer, and I hope he shows back up for the Ironheart series. Ooh, Hulk. I haven't seen this one enough. Hulk is going to be in 7 territory. Yeah. The Iron Man 3 movie, I liked it. The Mandarin thing didn't bug me as much as it bugged everyone else. It barely bugged me. I still enjoyed Robert Downey's acting the whole time, but I also asked where were the Avengers? I'm going to do... Look, hey, you're getting a new ChillMonger. This guy's giving 7s to Marvel movies. I used to never do that. Doctor Strange, let's give it a 9. I remember leaving this cinema like loving it and doing, oh wow, Marvel did it again type feeling. And same thing with Thor Ragnarok. I love this too. I would say I liked Ragnarok better than I liked Doctor Strange. Better than I liked that first Captain America movie. And better than I liked Guardians of the Galaxy. Ooh, the Ragnarok is climbing the ranks. Even better than I liked the first Iron Man movie. And now Guardians Volume 2. Yeah. It gets better every time I watch it. I'll give it an 8. I just dislike that Peter Quill lost his powers. Now we're left with the Disney Plus shows. The best one was Falcon Winter Soldier. I'll give that guy a 9. And I don't know how to rate it against others, so I don't know where it would fit around here. The second favorite would have been Loki, which was good. Is it an 8? Yeah, it's an 8. But they had that one episode in Lamantis. But am I going to blame Lamantis? No, it's not an 8. It's a 7, okay? Loki is a 7, and then WandaVision. This had filler episodes, 1, 2, and 3. Every time they went back to the hex inside of that world that was fake and didn't really exist, I knew, well, I don't care about these characters, whatever. So why am I giving it a 6 and not a 0? Because Monica Rambeau was amazing. That first episode, I guess it would be episode 4, when she's returning from the blip in that hospital. My mom died 5 years ago, but I was dead for all that time too, and now that I'm back, it was so complicated and very science fiction and very Marvel of them. Getting to see the ground level effects of what happened with the blip. It was so unreal that happened in that episode. The final episode, some people have issues with it, with like, hey, Ralph Boner, hey, where's Doctor Strange? Hey, those are valid, right? Not that they're not valid, but I kind of saw the writing on the line or on the wall. I wasn't expecting Mephisto either, because I knew that they wouldn't just give us the new villain in the final episode like that. I wasn't expecting that. I knew Agatha. Once we did Agatha all along, I knew she'd be the final villain. So the finale wasn't a letdown. Actually, I enjoyed the finale because my expectations were where they should have been before I even saw the episode. So WandaVision's let's give it better than a 6. Let's give it a 7. No, I can't do it. I can't do 7. Yeah, I can. Yeah, that's that MCU bias. We're going to bump it all the way up. WandaVision is a 7, everybody. So to recap, let me see one last time if there's any altercations I need to make. These are the 7 tier. WandaVision, Loki, Thor, The Dark World, which is horrible. Hulk, which I don't watch quite enough because I don't think it's on Disney Plus. Iron Man 3, which had the Mandarin mistake, but also had like that little kid that was kind of whack. Nothing really too exceptional. Robert Downey had good acting. The story, the villain wasn't anything special, so it is a 7. But it also is a lot of tricks with the suit, a lot of what do I like about this movie? Instead of saying everything that I hate and why it's not a 10, I should be giving you reasons of why it's 7. But because it's my lowest, I'm just telling you about everything wrong with these films. They're enjoyable, they're funny, they're quippy, right? There's there's um there's enjoyment in seeing these things. Even seeing Bruce Banner pop up in the post credit scene was kind of nice too. We had a couple of surprises in Iron Man 3. It wasn't garbage. Volume 2 of Guardians, man, the family stuff, that he may have been your father, but that boy wasn't your daddy. Big line there. Seeing things continue. I did feel feelings when Yondu actually died. And Gamora and Nebula, they do advance things to get into Infinity War. Some more jokes with Groot. They did a new twist, making him a baby Groot. This was enjoyable. I just didn't like that Peter Quill lost his powers. Iron Man 2 is in the right place. Let's give that. And then Black Widow goes behind Guardians. Let's go. Far From Home is in the right place. Homecoming. Captain Marvel, was this great? Yes. Ant-Man was very innovative with the stuff they did. And Ant-Man and the Wasp was good too. Doctor Strange was a great movie, but it wasn't better than the first Captain America. I like the character that we were introduced to here rather than Doctor Strange. Guardians was awesome. And Iron Man, loved it. Ragnarok it's a 9. Black Panther was awesome. It's a honorary 10. And Age of Ultron had everything. Vision, Wanda, made us care about Hawkeye. Wow, what a movie. And Cap with his swearing, and then Iron Man and everything. Marvel really has 6 10s. There's the Winter Soldier movie, which was that spy thriller stuff. Funny jokes whenever I needed funny jokes. Things that happened in this film are referenced all over the place, like in Avengers Endgame, where they do the scene with the elevator. It's great. Civil War was my favorite movie I've ever seen in my life when it came out. The SpiderMan surprise was awesome. This is Avengers Infinity War. Let me zoom in. Am I getting it right? Yeah, Infinity War. And then Avengers Endgame comes and cleans the house. It just sweeps everything and says, I'm the greatest movie that's ever happened in the history of movies. That was it. That's the way I think of these films. That's my ranking. And if you liked my rankings, thumbs up. If you want to complain about Captain Marvel, buzz off. If you want to complain about any other selection, let's hear it. But not Captain Marvel. I don't want to hear a single comment about why Captain Marvel was feminism and why Captain Marvel and what Brie Larson, did you hear what she said? She said A Wrinkle in Time wasn't made for white men. How dare she tell the truth? I'm a white man, and I feel like every movie's for me. When she says that, it makes me question this world, because I felt like everything was catered to me and everything was in my I'm doing a horrible job. Thank you for watching this video.